for being here. Today we're going to talk about Finst. You're the CEO of Finst, right?
That's correct.
Can you tell me a little bit of your background from you as a person?
Sure. So I'm French. I'm 31 years old. I've been started my career in banks and wealth management for 4 years. And then I moved to the Netherlands almost a decade ago now. Started to work for the Giro, the online stockbroker, which probably most people know. I was head of the French market for a bit more than bit over 5 years. Then moved to the commercial department of the company. I was in charge of corporate relationships, so partnerships, procurement, marketing, development in general across Europe. And then the company was acquired in end of 2019 by Flatex, a German bank. And I decided to move on to another adventure in 2021, and that's when we started to build Finst.
Okay, and are you still working with the same team as the Hero, or you building on the same knowledge?
Some of my board members and my co-founder were working at the Giro as well. We were very good friends. We've been working together for many years, and we decided that we always wanted to do something together, and we thought that there was really a big opportunity there. So we have probably around 10 people from our team who come from the Giro. They all wanted to build something very very big in general together, something that really adds value to people's life. And that's why we all reunited again, and we're very happy to be in this journey together.
Yeah, very nice. I think everybody still knows the Giro. How are you gonna be different with Finst than other Dutch or international exchanges?
I think there's quite a few items where. So I think it all starts with the problems, right? When we decided to build Finst to solve a little bit the same problems we solved with the Giro back in the days, but for a different industry and different asset class, which is crypto. So what makes us different is number one is the fees. When we looked before Finst, when we looked at the fees that people were paying, they were outrageous. Actually, it's on average we made some analysis. It's available on our website. On average, in the Netherlands, people pay around 1.3%, I think, of fees, and it's not only how much it is, but it's also how it's charged to people. Often it's in the form of the spread, so people don't even see that they're paying for it, but they're actually paying for it. So we decided to charge 0.15%, which is around 82% cheaper on average than other providers, and we do it in a very transparent way because we don't charge anything in the spread. So in the difference between the buying price and the selling price, we offer the best possible price we can get, and we charge nothing in the spread. So that's number one, and that's how we help people saving a lot on their investment, because what you save in fees is ultimately, it improves your performance, right, as an investor. So fees was number one. The type of platforms, we noticed that a lot of trading platforms in crypto were missing a lot of basic features. One of them is performance analytics. Currently, it is really hard to be able to track your performance as an investor on most crypto platforms. You don't see your profit and losses. You don't see your daily profits and losses, but also historical one on your total account, but also per position. And I think if you want to become a good investor, you need to understand how you're doing, because if you don't know if you're losing money or making money, you cannot improve. It's if you're driving a car and you don't know how fast you go, at some point something goes wrong. So we really invested heavily in the platform, which is available on desktop, on mobile, to make sure it's easy to use for people who are not familiar with crypto, but also advanced enough for people who are active traders and need advanced functionalities. And then the third aspect is safety and transparency. I think there's been a lot going on, and we saw it with FTX. We saw it with there's a few events in the crypto industry that showed that there was a need for higher safety standards and transparency standards. So we use asset segregation, which means that all of the assets of our clients are not on our balance sheet. They're in a stichting, so they're segregated from us, meaning that no matter what happens to Finst, the assets of our clients are always safe. That is both the cash and the crypto. We are the only exchange in the Netherlands that have a proof of reserve. We thought that was very important to actually not only say that we are safe, but also have it proven by a third-party auditor. We were the last one probably to launch in Netherlands, but we were also the first one to have a proof of reserve. So we really invested very heavily in the safety of our clients' assets and the safety of our clients in general, meaning that we use Fireblocks, which is the world's leading custody provider in crypto. And we also use Bank. So all the cash of our clients is stored with Bank, which is a Dutch regulated bank. And we are, of course, registered with the Dutch Central Bank.
Yeah, that's a really interesting things you named there, because I really think user interface is a problem in crypto, has been up until now then, but has been a problem because people find, for example, Bybit or Binance were really hard for people to flow around. So I think user interface is one of the most important things. Dutch people want to use Ideal to buy crypto. They want it easy to change from Bitcoin to Euro and put it back on their bank account. Those things should be easy. And I think also indeed statistics are important, because otherwise they need another portfolio app. Upload all the trades in the portfolio. So yeah, I think you really have an important use case there. Is that also really advanced? For example, if we go up in the bull market, you don't expect any errors or problems with...
No, and the reason why is, again, we've built everything in-house. Our engineering teams have built the hero. So we understand, like, we've made mistakes in the past, of course, we learn from them, and we know how to scale infrastructure and IT systems in a way that they can easily stand hundreds of thousands or millions of connections at the same time. Actually, there's been quite a few events lately. The market have been increasing quite dramatically in the last 2 weeks. We haven't had any outage. Our clients were always able to trade, able to log in, able to view their wallet without any problem. So it was a good stress test, sort of, and it was quite successful. So we are very confident in our ability to scale and to welcome hundreds of thousands or millions of users.
Super. And what I find really interesting in your platform is you have a product called Bundles. Can you tell me a little bit more? Can you tell the viewer a little bit more about it?
Of course. So we indeed were the first platform to launch a passive investment solution, which is called Crypto Bundles. And the idea is very simple. Again, back to the problem. The problem is we noticed that there was no way to invest very easily in crypto in a diversified way. So think of ETF in the stock market. Well, you can, in one click, buy the whole IEX index and buy all the companies in the IEX. And then you just set and forget. In crypto, that didn't exist. So I was myself and our co-founders, we were buying crypto, the top 5, the top 10, and calculating, okay, which crypto should I buy? And then if the market cap goes down, I should sell it and buy another one, and in which proportion. So it was okay, but very time consuming, not super efficient. So we thought there must be a better way to invest in a passive way without having to lift a finger. And that's why we build bundles. So the concept is very simple. You can buy the top 10 or the top 25 or the top 5 crypto in one click in your wallet. We have built algorithms that actually rebalance your wallet every month based on the market fluctuation. So suppose in the top 10 you have one coin who lost in value, it will be replaced by another one. Our algorithm will rebalance your bundle for you. And therefore it makes it very easy for people who don't know where to start to actually start. They can just buy the top 25, which is what most of our clients actually choose. And that way they just hold the 25 largest crypto in one click. And if they want to sell it, same procedure, they can just sell it in one click. So it's very easy, very convenient, very cost efficient as well. And it helps people getting one foot in the crypto world without actively needing to be on their wallet every day and follow the market.
Yeah, that's really, really interesting. And how is it balanced? Is it like if you buy the top 25, is it all 4% or is it?
No, so we developed our own methodology when it comes to the weighting of each component. Traditionally, there's two ways of weighting a fund, or two ways that are most used. One is by market cap fully, and one is fixed weight. So if you do fixed weight, that means that if you buy a top 10, that would mean that you have 10% in each coin. And if you do market cap, that would mean that you, strictly speaking, follow the market cap and buy the proportion 100% in line with the market cap. We found a problem with this approach because in the crypto world, it doesn't work in our view. And the reason is, if you do market cap only for the top 10, you will buy 70% of Bitcoin. So effectively, you're just buying mostly Bitcoin. And you're not really buying anything else because the others will be very small. And they will be also very hard to buy or sell, because if you buy 10 euros of a top 10, you might have certain coins where it's a few cents, and it's very hard to buy or sell a few cents on the market. On the other hand, If you buy with a fixed weight approach, then you're not following the market, because if you buy 10% Bitcoin and 10% of the number 10, you're not following the market. So we build a hybrid methodology where it's 50% by market cap and 50% fixed weight. That way, the smallest components have an amount that is sufficient to be able to trade, and that it actually is meaningful as part of your asset allocation. And it also follows the market performance because of the market cap part. So it's a hybrid model, which we found after backtesting it. We found that it's the best way to actually still track the overall performance of the market, while making it possible in practice to actually buy and sell all the components at every point in time.
So, anything new on the roadmap for Finst coming soon?
A lot of new things are coming soon. If we look back in the last 3 months, we've enabled crypto deposits and withdrawals, so people can do self-custody now or deposit their Bitcoin or most coins to our platform. We've launched crypto bundles, as you mentioned. We published our proof of reserve. 2 weeks ago, we added 54 new coins on our platform, so we have 100 coins now in euros. So we've really invested a lot in new services. Now, if you look at the coming 6 months, by the end of this year, we will launch our staking service, where we really want to offer the best staking rewards in the country, and actually even in Europe. That's something that we're really actively working on. We will launch more coins, so our goal is to go to 250, 300 coins in euros, but also in USDT and USDC, probably by the end of Q1 2023. We will launch new order types, so limit orders, stop-loss orders are important things. And we are also going to launch Auto Invest, so a DCA service, where people can just say, I want to buy Bitcoin every Monday or every week or every month. So then you can just, again, set and forget and invest automatically. So these are the main projects we're working on, and that's all of them will be available in the next 5 to 6 months.
There's a difference between staking and earn, right?
There's a big difference between staking and what some platforms call earn, which effectively it's important for people to understand. It's lending. So anytime you see earn on a platform, your assets are being lent to third parties. It is not necessarily a bad thing, but it can quickly become a problem for users because there are some risk involved. So when you stake, the actual on-chain staking, your assets are locked in a contract most of the time on the blockchain. They're being used to help the blockchain function, so to execute transaction, basically validate transaction blocks, among other things, and you get rewarded for basically helping the blockchain to function.
Yeah.
Right? That's the simple explanation. So when you do that, there are also some risk, like slashing, but most of the staking providers currently have insurances against slashing, and it's a really rare event. So the risks there are some, but they are relatively minor. On the other side, lending is completely different. If you lend your Bitcoin to a third party, well, that means that if that third party goes bankrupt, effectively you can lose your assets entirely, right? So I think it's really important for people to understand the difference between the two. We've seen indeed some news about that lately, and I believe it might happen again because most platforms that use lending activities don't they lend their clients' asset without collateral most of the time, and you can never really be 100% sure that the party you lend to will be fully solvent in the long run. So I'm not saying that lending is bad. I think lending is pretty common in the stock market as well. I think what's important is to make sure that users are informed. So if you tell your user, hey, we have a staking offering and we have a lending offering, here are the risk. Do you agree with them? Do you understand them? And people say, yes, I understand the risk. I want to get 1% on my Bitcoin, then it's fine. But if I think it's all about how it's presented to users and how cryptocurrency exchange ensure that their users understand the risk. If that is fulfilled, then I think it's a product that may be very interesting for a lot of investors, but it's important that they understand the difference.
Yeah, thank you for explaining that, because there was a lot of questioning about that.
Do you like to give a short pitch about Finst and the cooperation they have with CryptoGids?
Yeah, so in general, we really find education very important. And I think there's a lot of people and we see it every day, a lot of people are into crypto, but they don't necessarily fully understand what are they doing, the coins they're buying, So there's a bit of there's a certain amount of people that are seeing Bitcoin as or crypto as a way to gamble, and I think it's important that people start understanding the real use cases and why blockchain and cryptocurrencies can really change the way the financial system works. And I think it's really nice to have platforms like yours that really educate people and make sure that they stay up to date with not only what's happening in the market, but also how to make sure that they invest properly. What are the basics you should be aware of? What are the risks? So we really like to establish partnerships with website bloggers and all type of entities that promote education in a way that we all help people become better investors, and that's what they want. That's what we want as well, and that's what you guys want as well. So we're really happy to have such collaboration in place.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now we have a voucher now, so people can go to CryptoGids, check out the article, check out below the video, and then they can redeem a voucher for a special
Gift when they sign
gift
up.
Welcome
when they
bonus.
sign up.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to add, Julien?
No, thank you very much for having me.
Yes, thank you.
If any of the readers has any question, they can reach out to us by chat, by email, by phone. We'll be very happy to assist them. And thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you very much for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.